Welcome to Marx Headroom. Slow start here. Lots of stuff happening in the world, and I'm sad, I'm frustrated, and I don't think I'm in shock necessarily, but I kind of feel like there's so much going on right now that is so deeply disturbing. I'm having trouble finding the words right now as I'm preparing to break my fast and take myself out of my monk state at the end of 5 days. I really struggled to write some comedy this week. I didn't find anything very funny. Maybe next week it'll be better. It seems like there's a rhythm to life, and comedy sometimes is at the far end of that. But let's see what happens, what comes up. Interesting stuff going on in my life right now. I found that I did some really good research this week. I got on some oil and gas research and kind of followed the trail, and back through the Middle East and into some of the political strategy that has been laid out, and found some interesting analytics to speak about to the people on the oil and gas side, and hopefully open some of that up to be better understood by the common person, because I think that's really where my vibe is. But I find myself really lost right now, to be quite honest. It's like I speak to the collective and feel like much of my calling has been to bring attention to some of the things that are fundamental that I encounter in life, and which spans from a wide variety of things, and I find myself really being affected by this war and by the well, it just seems like a lack of genuine progress as a species, if you will. But that's not my, that's obviously in the hands of something something much larger than I. So I'll just keep calling it like I see it. But I think if you go visit my Substack or YouTube channel, look at the FutureWise, you can get some pretty good insights on the background of oil and gas over the last 20 to 30 years, which really sets the stage for how power and world domination is being played out right now. That explains really the fundamentals behind a lot of the moves that seem to be kind of like theater and mystery to a lot of people, but the fundamentals are pretty basic, and they've been. I was surprised at how well they've been documented. These are things that I encountered in detail, in some of the business environments that I've been in, and it's just amazing to see how they keep spiraling, and how this, our I saw a plane was shot down before I came on camera here a couple of hours ago in the Middle East, and I think I filled up my car and paid over $4 a gallon here in Austin, Texas. And then at the same time, I see celebrations for, some large commitments from Asia and from Japan and Korea making energy investments here in the US. And I'm still looking for those to be of some consolation to the common people here. And, watching people go through, spring break and traveling and with all of the inconveniences that the common people are encountering today in their lives and is is very painful. It's kind of like you've got all the resources in the world on the planet that could sustain life, and you can kind of see how there could be a harmony to it, and yet there's so much division and conflict going on. And who knows how many generations it's going to take to get over and recover from some of the actions that are being taken today, and who's going to be blamed for those. So those are not rosy thoughts today in Marx Headroom, and I usually try to find a positive spin on things, but I'm really finding myself really pulled down by the weight of this conflict and war, and some of the policies that are playing out powerful strategies that I've really just kind of woke up to fully myself. Although I've seen these and hoped that some of these cards would never actually be played. Nonetheless, they are. So let's see what happens this week, and I wish all of you the best. Find someone close to you and give them a big hug, maybe a kiss. Till next week.